Hello everybody, welcome back to another streamer. I hope you're all doing fantastic. As always, how's it going? It's good to see you all. We're having some fun today. We're flying from Phuket over to Bangkok, which will be really nice. So we're expecting a flight time today of around, I would say, 1 hour. It shouldn't be too much. We're looking at a total distance of 414 nautical miles, so it should be a nice one. We can expect a guest on today's stream as well, which will be super lovely. It's been a while since we've had a guest. The last guest to come on stream was Laura, which was awesome, and now we'll have Jason back, which is really nice. We can talk about the poll later on in the stream. In a little bit more detail with Jason. I'm going to, of course, do a giveaway as well at some point. But before we go too far into the stream, let me know the audio levels. Am I too quiet, too loud? Is the music too quiet or loud? Let me know before we go too far. We're more or less ready to go. Flight plan is already done. Weight and balance as it needs to be. And all we really need to do now is push back. Audio is awesome. Brilliant. Okay. I have just noticed something, which I'm going to fix right now. So give me a second. I just realized that this is what happens when you stream. When things go wrong, they happen live, and there's nothing you can do about it. So what I'm going to do right now is very quickly sort out the overlay, which is missing. I know some of you might have realized it. I didn't realize it. My bad. Let me get that up and running really quickly, and then we'll continue. The airplane's already started up, so we're more or less ready to go. So we won't be hanging around for too long. I'd imagine we'll get pushback clearance relatively quick anyway. But let's see if I can get this. Oh no! Oh no! How awkward. There we go. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, there you go. We messed up. There we go. Well, we've now got the live overlay. I didn't expect it to jump across the screen like that. Anyway, yeah, we're flying the A321 via Jet. I'm admittedly not the best at flying this airplane, so hopefully we have a nice smooth landing. Previously, I've absolutely botched my landings with this aeroplane, especially when we've done a flight to 𝗖𝗛𝗡𝗟𝗏. If you remember that stream, it was terrible. The landings were just awful. OBS gonna get sacked today. That was my problem. Anyway, yeah, let's not stall for too long. Let's push back and get out of here as quick as possible. Again, if you're just tuning in, hello to the 90 people watching live. Infinite Flight Finland 2, Jacob, Beluga, Nate, Harry, Jacob, Jinko. Good to see you. Infinite Flight 001. Captain EU, welcome to the stream. I won't say hello to everybody because we'll be here forever, but let's continue with this flight then. Let's push back and get out of here as quick as possible. Samuel AR, also good to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Let me move some stuff around on my monitors. Okay, there we go. Looking good. Right, I'm going to go ahead and tune into the 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟 really quickly. The airplane, as I said, is already fired up, so we can have a nice quick departure out of Phuket today. If we listen to the 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟, we'll get the information that we need to know prior to departure. Although, I'm sure it'll be the same anyway. Information Bravo, 27's in use. There's only one runway, which isn't very ideal, especially when you have a busy event like this. So if you are joining, then of course do expect delays as always. More so on a departure because we have literally one taxiway out to the runway. And of course, the airport in general is relatively small. Although there are a lot of gates, there's not a lot of room to push back and maneuver around. So yeah, as I said, of course, expect delays, as it says in the 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟 as well. 27 in use, winds calm, looking good. Okay, right, let's tune out then. Hop onto the ground frequency and request pushback with information Bravo. Jason's manning the chat right now with polls. Whole position, no worries at all. Infinite Flight Finland has just pushed back, so that's absolutely fine. We'll wait for that. There's an unofficial poll going on right now in the chat with regards to the 380, 767, 787, and 74. What did you vote for? What did you vote for? Have you voted yet?
Delta 121, pushback approved. Expect runway 27. Golf Golf Bravo Alpha Oscar, pushback approved. Expect
okay,
runway 27.
right.
Phuket ground. X-ray Yankee Golf Delta Sierra. Ready to taxi with information Bravo.
See, A380, 767, 747, A380. Jason hasn't voted yet. I voted straight away. I couldn't resist, but no, it's definitely a very interesting poll. And of course, we can chat a lot about that once Jason joins as well. There we go, pushback approved, expect 27, which is great. Let's begin our pushback then. We can go ahead and turn our beacon lights on to indicate that the aircraft is in movement. Parking brake can come off, and we can hit that push button and begin our pushback here. With this 321. It's actually kind of a nice livery. I like the contrast between the colors here, the yellow, orange and red. It's nice, it stands out. There's something that I like about bright aeroplanes, like EasyJet for example. I don't know, I just feel like from an airline's perspective, if you paint your plane very bright colors, it's just a really good way of, you know, sort of promoting your airline, because if EasyJet flies past you, you know immediately that it's EasyJet because it's just a metal orange tube. Same with Spirit. Okay, let's start engine 1.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 27. Singapore 454 heavy.
Nate, Aviation 380 sees me. What's up? How's it going?
Redcat 001. Hold position.
Gonzo, good to see you back.
Singapore 454 heavy.
You're right in front of me. Awesome. Are you Golf Golf Bravo Alpha Oscar behind me? Or are you parked on one of the remote stands, mate? There we go. Not too bad of a pushback. Start slowing down here. Hit that push button to stop that. Parking brakes on. We can detach the tug now. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and drop flaps 2. It's quite a short runway, and of course we're in quite a long, I say quite a long airplane. It's not massively long, but for a 321 it's quite long, and we don't want to have a tail strike on takeoff. That won't be very good. Use 20% trim. Spoilers can go to armed. Engine 2 can be started up. Auto brakes. There we go. Lovely stuff. That's what we like to see. We're more or less ready to go then. We can taxi out on one engine and let the other engine start as we go. So request taxi. The information Bravo. I'll get out of the way as quick as possible so that those of you who are currently parked up can push back or taxi out to the runway as well. I don't really want to hog too much room or time, so let's get out of here as quick as possible. The airport's very busy at the moment. There we go, taxi to 27 and contact tower when ready. Lovely stuff. Let's begin our taxi then. Should be airborne within the next 5 minutes or so. There's only 3 aircraft ahead, 1 taken off, 2 waiting. So, yeah, 5 minutes, we should be airborne and en route to Bangkok. 115 watching live right now. Hello. Where's everybody watching from? Let me know in the chat. Any giveaway, Dan? Yeah, of course. We'll do a sub giveaway today. Like always. There we go, taxi out to the runway then. Really easy taxi. I'm not too sure. I mean, we could be in for a treat. I don't know what the scenery is going to be like. It looks kind of nice, but I just don't know. I've flown this route before, but a very, very long time ago. And I can't quite remember if it was for a stream, actually. I believe it was, but I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, I'm not too sure what the scenery is going to be like. It might be a very unscenic flight, or it might be a very scenic flight. It might be great for screenshots, so we'll soon find out once we're airborne and en route. Crazy B, welcome to the stream. Italy. Harry's watching from Kent. What's up? I'm streaming from Kent right now, so that's cool. No music. You should be able to hear the music. Just a heads up that this song is relatively quiet, so I do apologize if you can't hear it. I don't really tend to tweak the sounds too much once the songs are playing, because some of the songs are really loud, so I like to leave it at one level. That's why at the start of the streams we ask you if the audio sounds okay, so that we can just sort of leave it where it is. What was that? Was that an Is that the aircraft? What was that? Was that too close to an aircraft or overspeeding? Because we're going 29 knots ground speed. Kind of a bit confused there. Have you seen the live count of the actual poll? Yeah, of course. Engine fire. Was it an engine fire? That would be cool though. Right, there's contact tower. Request departure 27, departing north. I won't press send just yet because we're not quite ready to go, but that option's there for. Oh wow, we are going very fast. Let's slow down. There we go. Slam those brakes on. It was taxi speed? Was it? I didn't even realize we were going 35 knots ground speed. Cruising altitude for today will be 37,000 feet at Mach 0.78. Okay. That's for some reason a Finnair 321 here. But that's fine. Right, let's hold short then. We'll wait here. See how busy the airport is right now. Yeah, looking pretty nice. Thank you all for joining. Do you like Vietjet Air? I mean, I haven't really ever heard of this airline, if I'm honest with you. The one thing I do like right off the bat is the delivery. Oh, there we go. Line up, wait, 27. ATC are on it today. Shout out to Steve. Is it Steve? Yeah, shout out to Steve. Did a good job here today. Yeah, I mean, the livery looks nice. The airline itself, I haven't read up about it. I don't know too much about the airline, so I can't really give a fair opinion on that. But off the bat, from the livery, yeah, cool livery. It's cool. Shall we? This, well, you know what? Let's just, instead of back taxiing, let's take off from here. Let's firewall this aeroplane off the runway today. Apollo Aviation, what's up? 27 clear for takeoff. Oh, okay. We're quite close to the aircraft ahead. Let's do it. Alright, okay. Finland's blasting off now. Winds are very calm, 1 knot. There we go. Let's throttle up. Relatively light, so that should do. Let's get this flight underway. 110, 120, close to the end of the runway, 140. We'll slowly start to pull back then. Oh, and we're up. Pitching up to 15 degrees. Gears coming up. That'd make for a cool screenshot. Looking good. Right. Okay. I can't quite see the distance between the aircraft ahead at the moment. I can see it, of course, in front of me and on the TCAS. Just have a look at the map. So that we don't cut Infinite Flight Finland up, we'll follow the route that they're flying. We'll pitch down to 10 degrees. Let's see, was that an aircraft there? Yeah, oh wow. Very close. Very, very close. Okay. Look at this. That was really close. Right, frequency change approved. Good day. Let's tune out. We don't need to be on that frequency anymore. Oh, wait, Bangkok Center? We didn't... Oh, yeah. That's brilliant, Ace. You're doing a good job today. Let's check in IFR. LNAV on. Let's fly direct to that waypoint. Radar contact, there we go. Flaps up. Increasing the rate of climb now. Do you know Headcorn Airfield in Kent, Dan? Yes, I do. It's not too far from me. Are you doing your private license there or something? Okay, the scenery is actually really, really nice. Look at the blue ocean over there. The turquoise colour. Alright, following Infinite Flight Finland, that's 6 nautical miles away, 10,000 feet. Looks like flying direct to that fix as well, which is good. From what I've heard, Vietjet Air has the reputation of being Spirit Airlines of Southeast Asia. I can't comment on that. I don't know if that's true or not, but there we go. Lee's Aviation's in the chat. What's up, Lee? Almost passing through 10,000 feet, but we'll turn our landing lights off and increase our speed to 280 knots. That'll be our climb speed for today. Alright, let's increase the speed gradually. Climbing at 2,800 feet per minute. Landing lights are off. Oh, strobes. Got to put those on. Okay, there's 280. There we go. Right, we'll leave it as it is for now. Okay, right. Let me go ahead and just make sure I've got everything up and running as it should be here. I'll get rid of this hand cam for now because I need to focus on getting Jason onto the stream, which was it wasn't planned. So I need to quickly configure the stream so that we can get Jason on here. Excuse us if the audio levels initially aren't the best. The audio device detected. Don't switch. No, thank you. Just scored. Right, let me see then. I need to go ahead and figure this out very quickly before we go too far into it. We'll get Jason into the stream ASAP. We'll send him a message to see if he's also ready. Jason. Right. Mind PS98. Thank you very much for the sub. We'll read the chat in just a moment, everyone. Let me go ahead and just make sure this is as it needs to be. I don't know why it's saying that our destination today is our star rather than the airport. Jason, a ping real quick.
Thai 350. Descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend and maintain 5,000. Thai 350.
Bangkok Center, November 552.
Where are you flying to? We're flying to Bangkok today.
Sierra Uniform November Whiskey Quebec. With you at 9,900.
See us here. Looks like we have an escort, Gonzo, escorting us in the F-18 today.
November 552. Radar contact.
Right. Let's have a look. Chris, thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Captain EU said hashtag A380 for life. I'd have to join you on that one. I mean, I love the A380. Lovely airplane. Dad, my birthday was last Saturday. Samuel AR, happy birthday for your birthday last Saturday. Happy belated birthday. Estimated time of arrival, saying that we're going to arrive right now in 1 hour's time from now. I'd assume that's going to go down. Of course it will do as we progress through the flight anyway. But we're still climbing and we're still not at our cruise speed yet. So we'll be able to knock a few minutes off of that once we're up there at 37,000 feet.
Proceed on course. Oscar Hotel Echo Yankee. Air India 1536 is
Nothing much, Dan. How's it going?
International at 4,400 feet.
How about yourself? Yeah, I'm good. I'm not too bad. Having a pretty nice week at the moment. Pretty busy week. Can't wait for the Virgin A330 Neo though. That's going to be a good one. That'll be a nice one. I'm with you on that one. The line isn't moving. Yeah, the line should be moving. Are you talking about the line on the bottom of the screen? Or you mean the line that's the line of departures waiting to take off at Phuket?
Climb and maintain flight level 310. Golf Bravo Alpha Oscar.
When will Jason join? I'm just trying to sort that out now. I've sent Jason a message to waiting his availability, so he should be on the stream within the next, I would say, 10 minutes. He's ready to go, so we just need to configure that, get him on the screen, and then transition it over to the live preview, which you're seeing right now. So bear with us on that one. Thoughts on Ryanair split 𝗖𝗛𝗡𝗏 investment? I don't know if I'm out of the loop here, but is Ryanair doing that? I've had the worst week so far. Sorry to hear that, Harry. Did you reply to the headcorn thing? I'm not too sure. Not far from me either, I wish. You've been on a Cessna 172 there before. Awesome, nice. Jay, welcome to the stream. Jason's trying to get his time. Yeah, Jason's probably brushing his hair. Getting ready for the stream.
Singapore 1457, with you at 4,400. Cathay 243 is 8 nautical miles east of Bangkok, Suvarnabhumi at 17,400 feet.
VFR.
Singapore 1457. Radar contact.
Descend and maintain.
Grayson
4,000.
finally was able to start flight school. Any advice from anyone? That's awesome. Well, which aircraft are you flying off the bat? My advice is to
Proceed on course.
make sure you can afford the full duration of training. I couldn't because my flight school decided to increase the price by a considerable amount. So I was like, no thanks, I am not paying you that hourly rate. So that's why I'm not flying at the moment. But yeah, definitely commit to it if you start, because I wish I could finish mine. I really, really do. Okay, 28,000 feet then.
Bangkok Center, Thai 433, review of 5,200.
Jack, you're welcome to the stream. Dan, sorry. Can you fly a Cessna 172 in real life? Yes, I know how to. I've flown a Cessna 172 many times. NJ24 on center, climb and maintain 330, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. What's up, NJ? How's it going?
Review of 1,100.
Bangkok Center, Cathay 705, review at 24,400.
When's the giveaway? We'll do the giveaway a little bit later on. We'll let Jason run the giveaway today. Spice things up. It'll be a keyword giveaway. I'm sure you know how it works already. We mention it in every single stream, but for those of you who don't know, stay tuned and we'll explain that a little bit later on. It'll look weird with split skimitars and Ryanair. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I think they should stay as they are. Apparently to save them fuel, they're starting it in December. What? There we go, altitude your discretion. Okay, straight up to 37,000 we go.
Bangkok Center, Hotel Echo Delta Oscar, review of 4,500.
Climb at 2,000 feet per minute at the moment. Starting with the Cessna 152, said Grayson. Have fun. It's a lovely aeroplane.
Climb and maintain flight level 330, Golf Bravo Alpha Oscar.
It's a good question in the chat. It's a question that, like, I've always found pretty cool. It's not, I mean, it's not a cool situation. I mean, it kind of is, it kind of isn't. Anyway, if you're in a trip and both pilots are unconscious, or aka they go incapacitated, could you fly the aircraft? I would like to think that, I mean, like, more so Airbus. I'm more of an Airbus guy. I'm much more familiar with Airbus, and they're a lot more simple than Boeing. But let's say it was a dual pilot in-cap on an A320. Oh yeah, I would definitely give it a go if they let me, of course. Like, I would love to do it, right? I don't know. I feel pretty confident that through sim experience and flying a Cessna 172, I know it's a complete difference, but I feel like I'd have a good chance, right? I'll give it a go.
Do not exceed Mach 0.78. Sierra Uniform November Whiskey Quebec. Malaysian 577. Requesting climb to flight level 320.
Right, Jason, are you... sorry, phone call. All right, no worries. 5 minutes ready. Right, okay, Jason. Oh, okay, he's already doing stuff. Right, okay, cool. Right, stand by. I'm going to get Jason on the stream now.
Line 621 is 39 nautical miles north of Koh San with 34,000 feet.
Stand by a second, Jason.
Approach any runway at Bangkok Suvarnabhumi.
Bangkok Center, Hotel Oscar Delta, review of 40,000. Flight maintain flight level 310.
Line 621. Continue as filed. Expect the Isles approach runway 1 right at Bangkok Suvarnabhumi. Hotel Oscar Delta.
Okay, you're on. Jason, welcome to the stream.
Dan, what's happening?
How's it going? How have you been?
It's going okay. My family has just been a revolving door of different types of illnesses lately.
Sorry to pause you there, Jason. Could you turn your gain up just a bit?
Yeah, of course. How's that? Is that better?
Bit more?
1 sec. 1 sec. How's that? Is that better? Need more?
Let's see if the chat. Feedback from those in the chat real quick. I think.
Hello, everyone. The lights are lighting up better at this point.
Can everybody hear Jason? Okay.
Hello.
More volume with 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏.
All right, we'll try it again. How's that? I'm gonna be in the red here on my mic pretty soon.
That's fine. I think that's okay. To me, it's okay. Background is blurry. That's because Jason is cool and he has a really cool bokeh effect on his camera.
I can unblur my background if it's triggering anybody.
I think your audio is okay now.
Okay, great.
Anyway, back to where we were. You've been unwell. Sorry to hear that. You and your family, you've been pretty down in the dumps.
I mean, yeah, it started with COVID. We went to a wedding. Wife and I caught COVID, as you do these days, and kind of just going on from there. But so I will mute my mic once in a while to cough.
That's fine.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, doing good at the moment. Just cracking on with work, right? Behind the scenes stuff. Working on a cool event that we won't tell you too much about, but we're certain that you'll enjoy it. It's a pretty fun event that's in the works.
Yeah, agreed. I'm just looking at the poll that I started here in the chat.
306 votes.
Can people see the votes, or is that only me that can see them?
Yeah, I think everybody can see them.
Okay.
The percentage, although once you've voted, you can't vote again.
So, I will say this. This is not quite indicative of the actual forum vote. Sort of is in some ways, but it sort of isn't.
It's gauging what you voted on the actual poll, right?
Yeah. I have to say, Dan. Okay, first of all, why don't you share who you voted for? I think we all know.
Yeah, I voted immediately for the A380. I don't know. I love it. It's a big airplane. I've always wanted to fly on it. I was fortunate enough to fly on it recently, and there's nothing else I'd like to see more in the sim than the 380.
Why don't you tell everybody what seat you had the last time you flew on the A380?
Yeah, 15K business, and it was so cool. I loved it.
I was not jealous at all flying home on my regional jet in economy. I slept in the airport in a hallway and then flew economy home while you guys were sleeping in a cubicle in an A380.
Wait, you slept in the airport? What time was your flight?
I flew out like probably 2 hours after you guys. I watched you fly off out the window, and then I think I took a nap for about an hour. I found a little between two of the concourses at O'Hare. There's like this hallway that allows you to get to one of the lounges, but it also connects to like some staff areas. And one of the breakout hallways, there were some staff people like sitting on the floor eating their lunch, and I just went to the end because there was a window and I could see a really nice view of the ramp. So I was kind of cold in the terminal, and it was in the sun, so I laid there like a cat and had to sleep on the floor.
Just be like,
yep.
Hi, I'm Infinite Flight Staff. I'm allowed down here. Move.
Yeah. Hey, my colleagues are all sitting in lounges and riding in business class. Let me just curl up on the floor here.
Laura's in the chat.
Oh, hey, Laura.
What's up, Laura?
Hey, Lisa's here too. Hey, Lisa.
Jason, we mentioned the aircraft that I voted for. I believe you haven't voted yet.
I have not.
Okay.
Dan, I will give you one guess as to which aircraft I will vote for.
I know it's not going to be the 380. Because you don't like it.
No, the A380. The A380. Well, okay. So two things. I'm jealous, first of all, because I've never been able to fly on one, let alone sit in a business class pod. And 2, it's one of the ugliest airplanes to ever be built in the history of airplanes.
No, I would say the 330 is definitely the ugliest.
Oh, I'm okay. It's a close second.
It's a close call. It's a close call.
In terms of airliners, my goodness. I think with the A380, it's the
Turn right heading 300.
the wing box fairing on the bottom. That belly is just so big and out of place.
Right. Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah. But then, to me, that's what makes it the 380. Like, just the sheer size of everything. It's just a mammoth of an aeroplane.
I mean, it's a feat of engineering. That's for sure. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
deny that. So okay, we have established. I will not be voting for the A380.
So that's out of the equation. We're left with the 76, 78, or 74. I feel like you're going to choose the 747.
Say again.
The 747?
Yes, correct.
Ah, yes. Why? What's your reasoning?
Again, I've never had the pleasure of flying on one, but to me, it is one of the world's most iconic and incredible looking airplanes. And come on, it's in terms of like really heavy airplanes, wide body planes, it was first. And,
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
you know, it's I don't know if I'll ever get a chance. I feel like I have a trip to Germany, Infinite Flights. We're not confirmed yet because they're still reaching out to companies, but we are planning to exhibit at Aero Friedrichshafen in April. I believe both Dan and I will be there. And I do have an option, depending on how I get there, I do have a 747 option out of Toronto with
Do it.
KLM or Lufthansa, one of them.
Oh, if it's a Lufthansa, that might be the Dash 8, no?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not big on my. The crowd in the chat is going to be like, what is he even doing on this stream? I'm not. I don't know these things. I have to research it. But Dan, I will take your advice, or maybe in the chat if you know flights out of Toronto going to Germany, or actually I might route through Zurich because it might even be closer and cheaper to do it that way. So I'm not sure. Anyway, might try to route myself onto a 747.
Yeah, I think if the Dash 8 is an option, you
Yep.
could definitely take it. I mean, there's not many. There's not many of them. I mean, there are a handful, but you don't see too many of them. Most of them are cargo.
Okay, so Lisa's in the chat, Peacewind, and her and I have gone flying together before, in real life. She has, I don't know if she's put this on Twitter, so I'm sure it's fine, but she's doing her check ride for her PPL on Monday coming.
Oh wow!
So everybody send good vibes and good luck to Lisa.
Good luck.
In the chat. And so Lisa, what you tell me? How do I get to Friedrichshafen without spending too much money and on a 747? Anyway.
So that's your vote, 7-4.
Yeah.
And make it count, Jason. What are
Well,
you doing?
You know, Dan, if this poll right now is any indication at all, my vote is not going to. It's probably not going to matter too much, but as someone wise once said to me, who was a politician that I respected locally here, he said, "Vote how you must, but you must vote."
flight following to
Okay.
So
Sydney Kingsport.
that's a good rule of thumb moving through life. Vote how you must, but you must vote.
Cam just put in the chat, on a 747, the budget only allows a WestJet 737 MAX. Good luck.
Oh jeez.
Into Gatwick. You could stop at Gatwick, because I know you love Gatwick.
Proceed on
Well,
course.
where will you be flying out of, Dan?
I don't know. I haven't even thought about it, if I'm honest.
So here's what we should do. We should convene in London
Ooh.
because Cam will be there and
Yeah.
and Regan, depending on all who's coming. We haven't narrowed that down yet. And then we go, we go from there.
Which could be a very steep climb out of London City Airport.
Yes.
That'd be cool. to
And
experience.
then on the way home, maybe we have Mark, tour guide us around Switzerland.
Yeah.
He's
be
already
cool.
offered to do it, so
That'd be cool.
we take him up.
Proceed as requested.
Let's see.
Anyway. How's your flight going?
Yeah, no, it's going nicely. It's going a lot quicker than I thought it would. We've got that's the flight time. 33 minutes left and only 10 minutes till the top of descent. So we're making really, really good progress.
Nice. Wait, how many minutes till top of descent?
10.
10. Oh.
Yeah, 10. It's supposed to be an hour flight, but I think not so much.
Descend and maintain 5,000.
You got a
Quicker than
tailwind?
expected. Let's have a look. No. Direct 20 knots, crosswind.
Okay.
That's fine though. We can, of course, add some time on to look at the replay and, of course, watch some landings and do a giveaway as well. So,
Yep.
are you interested on staying till the very end of the stream, or are you heading out at some point?
I have no plans to go anywhere but sit here at my desk, so I'm with you as long as you like.
Sounds good to me. Let's see. Has anybody got any questions in the chat? It's been a little while since you fired some questions at Jason and I on a live chat.
Launches 4-2 heavy.
If you got any, of course, let us know. There is actually. Hold up. Okay, no. There's a new Q&A feature, Jason, in the live chat, but it seems that we have to ask a question and those answer in the live chat.
Do we have to close the poll?
I don't think so.
I mean, we can. It's been going for a while.
Yeah, sure. We can close it. 400 votes.
Here.
I mean,
I'll end that. Yeah. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. There it is.
There you go.
A380 with 50%. So if that's any indication,
Roger. VistaJet 322.
it wouldn't have a majority, and we would go to
Turn right
round
at
2.
050. Sierra Uniform
In a
November
two
Whiskey Quebec.
vote system.
Edelweiss 149
It's exciting.
nautical miles southwest
It really
of
is
Joshua
exciting.
Period
I think the
You
build up
floated-
internally for it. Sorry.
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that.
You floated the idea of doing the poll result reveal on a live stream, which I didn't reply to because I forgot, but I
that
think
was
that's
Laura.
a good idea. Oh, is it Laura?
Laura, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We could. This could be a stream for next week, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monday, I guess.
Yeah. I'm sure it's something we can plan. And it'll be interesting to have more people on the streams talk anyway about it, and I guess some Q&A bits as well, which would be really nice.
Yeah, it's always fun trying to get Laura to not leak things.
Trying to get Laura to say not too much about the stuff she can't say.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but Laura just gave you a whip
did she?
shot to share
Okay, let me see if I can find it
on
here.
our streaming channel.
I have Slack closed on my PC because every time I leave it open, it makes that noise. Yep. Brilliant. Laura, if you're watching, thank you so much. I'll download that and add it to the stream as soon as possible, and we can go ahead and do the first work in progress shot we've done on a stream in a very long time. Why? I feel like it's because the majority of our focus has been whip shots on Discord now. If you're not a member of the Discord server, there's a lot that happens over there. It's a great place to, of course, chat to like-minded individuals in the community. But over there, there's a dedicated whip channel as well, where we occasionally show work in progress shots a lot more frequently than we do on, let's say, social media or streams. So if you're interested in having a look at that sort of stuff, then definitely have a look.
You know, Dan, we could also let me look back. I've got some stuff that we haven't shared yet.
Yeah.
Just a different angle, maybe. We have different angles of the. Let's see. This is a high poly wireframe of the Challenger.
Okay.
Or the E190 shots aren't as exciting because, yeah, I mean, it's very similar. We don't really have many updated ones on Slack right now anyway, so. And it's pretty similar to the one we already have.
Let's see. Download.
You work on that one. I'm gonna just take a peek and see what we've already shared for the Challenger, because they sort of, some of them sometimes just blend together in my brain.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we did the cabin and the. Excuse me.
Bangkok Center, Raptor 1, with you at 37,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000. Golf Bravo Alpha Oscar.
Sierra Uniform November Whiskey Quebec.
All right, we did on Discord. We did a bottom view and a side view of the Challenger. So I've got.
Bangkok Center, Night 2, with you at 37,100.
Raptor 1.
I'm just gonna shoot you a link, if we have time, Dan, for
miles northeast of Chumphon at 37,000
for another one here.
Requesting flight following
That's
to
fine.
Bangkok 𝗖𝗛𝗡𝗏𝗦.
Sierra Uniform November Whiskey Quebec. Descend and maintain
Let's
4,000.
see. Yeah, I need to drop this a little bit more.
Proceed as requested.
Bangkok Center, UPS 454 Heavy, with you at 37,000.
All right, there's a link to the file. I think that's a cool shot.
Lovely. Yep, I can download that. And add that to the list real
Gonzo
quick.
asked, what was the inspiration for developing the Challenger? So we've talked about it a lot on the forum and stuff, but I appreciate it's hard to catch all the conversations. So there's a couple things going on there. One, we have access, thanks to Deer Crusher, who currently flies it. We have access to not only data for that thing, but also he can flight test it for us a lot. Make sure that it's really close to the real thing. So that's a cool thing. And then it's going to replace the Citation that we currently have. It's a legacy aircraft, which I know is controversial, and a lot of people don't want to see the Citation go, and they'd rather us rework that. The bonus, though, if you think about, we can certainly argue and split hairs about performance and routes and all that, which I get, and that's fair. And I know you don't want to lose it, especially if you paid a couple of bucks for it back in the day. But this is just going to be such a better airplane because we do have access to better data than we do for the Citation, and we've got a pilot who flies the thing right on our moderation team. So.
I quite literally just broke everything in Streamlabs just then.
Oh, good. Good, that's ideal.
Yeah, it was very ideal. I literally lost the entire overlay. It's back now, though, so if you'd like to do this whip shot now, then we're already descending, so if we can do it
yeah,
now,
go ahead.
that'd be awesome.
While you're switching, I'm just going to give a shout out to Corey Pilot Vlogs, who's in the chat. Corey's corporate pilot, I think, still. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Believe so.
Big supporter of the sim. Hey,
Goodbye.
there it is.
There it is.
There's the Challenger.
escapes the challenge. I only just caught on there.
Do not exceed Mach
It's a
Right,
pretty
I'll go and
Airbus.
add the challenge.
Sierra Uniform November Whiskey Quebec.
Let's see.
Turn right heading 030, descend and maintain 3000, reach 73.
I feel a bit rusty on my adding photos to stream skills. It's been a while since I've done it.
Vietnam Airlines 666. Request frequency change.
Here we go.
Stand
Bingo.
by. Vietnam Airlines 666.
Vietnam Airlines 666.
Hey, Lisa said that in the chat that our Prime Minister flies a Challenger sometimes. Not, he doesn't fly it, he's in it. And she came face to face with the Prime Minister's Challenger on a taxiway.
Requesting descent to
Really?
12,000.
Kinda cool.
711 is 2 nautical miles west of Phuket
I don't know what
International
Streamlabs is doing here, but now it's not letting me crop anything.
Flight following to Bangkok, 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗦𝗛.
Sierra Uniform November Whiskey Quebec. Do not exceed
Get better,
Mach
Dan.
0.75.
It's really weird. Usually it lets you.
Radar contact. Vietnam Airlines 666. Altitude at your discretion. Egypt 71.
We're descending straight down to 5,000 at the moment.
Do not exceed Mach 0.75. Sierra Uniform November Whiskey
I'm not too sure what's going on here. I physically cannot crop.
Egypt 711.
There we go. It's done.
Oh.
I got it. I got it.
I was just gonna
Bangkok
Just
Center,
gonna
Lion 617.
kibosh it. Say, well, nobody sees it then.
Do not exceed Mach 0.82.
Just next time that happens, just go full screen. Just take our faces off and go full
Yeah.
screen.
There we go. Okay, right. Okay, so that's the China Southern A350, which looks absolutely lovely. But before we show the next work in progress shot, who's ready to see it? Let us know in the chat. Let's build some hype here. That's what we like to see.
We know it's been a little controversial, but if you're pumped to actually give the Challenger 350 a go in the sim, let us know. It'll be cool to try.
Okay, we're showing it on the screen now. There it is. Matt's not ready.
Climb and maintain flight level 330.
You can't handle
Egypt
this.
025. Climb and
That's
maintain
pretty nice. So
flight
Jason,
level
what stage
330.
of development are we looking at here?
Cathay 750.
So, I believe what you're seeing here is, well, it's obviously an exterior model that Jarno has provided to us of the 350. I think this is a high poly wireframe. And so with the high, then there's also a high poly model with textures that looks real. Those are the ones where everyone in the comments is like, oh, it's gonna set my phone on fire and stuff. So the high poly model, this is like the 5-year-old. Explain it to me like a 5 version, because that's the only version I know. It has like you know, some wear marks and all the fine details of it. You know, the inspection panels. You can see here the headlight, or the landing light headlight. Jeez. We have to buy a car. Okay, so my head's in cars right now. By the way, speaking of cars, I'm gonna go on a rabbit trail here.
Sure.
Have you seen Volvo's new EV SUV?
No.
Scott Bateman just tweeted about it. He's buying an SUV, all electric. The headlights on that thing are bananas. You should check it out.
As in, like, are they like super bright or are they really funky? They really weird?
They like when you, I don't know if it's when you turn them on, but they have like a little sort of they do this pattern,
Okay.
and then the LEDs are in like a door opens to reveal the headlamps in behind. So it's like the olden days when, like, I had an Eagle Talon when I was a teenager, and the headlights popped up out of the hood.
Right. Yeah.
At the bonnet, and
Bonnet.
it's kind of like the modern version of that.
I see.
Anyway, so go check out Volvo's new all-electric SUV. Gonzo says Volvos are ugly. Disagree. love
Cam
how
said,
they look.
show us the steering wheel.
I don't have a Volvo. Like that's too rich for my blood. I went on a tangent. Oh, anyway, so the landing light is there and everything. So they take the high poly model and then they sort of bake in some of those textures, and then they use those in conjunction with the low poly model, and they do magic. I think there's magic involved somewhere. And then they make it so that they lower the polygon count down from millions and millions down to something that our phones and tablets can handle. And we end up with a airplane that looks amazing. And Deer Crusher has counted the number of fan blades in that engine, and they are correct. Laura,
Well,
see,
that's good
Laura
to know.
confirms there is a magic button. How's
What's
your
the
flight
magic
going?
button?
Are you paying attention?
Yeah, it's going fine. We've received clearance straight down to 5,000 feet. We're pretty close. We're expecting to land in 19 minutes from now, if we're not vectored on arrival. I'm sure we'll probably go straight in. So yeah, about 20 minutes until we're down. Parks up at the gate. It'll be interesting to see how I land though, because weirdly, like I'm fine flying the 320 and 19. 321, every time I land it, I just float it so much.
Can I make a feature request for your stream?
Go for it.
Can we, when you're in reverse, can we see the reversers?
Wait, what?
Can you switch camera angles so that we can see the reversers when they're out?
Okay, well yeah, after touching down.
Yeah.
Sure. I was trying to skid off the runway in the process, but
Yeah, I'm giving you a challenge, and
Wait.
also they look super cool.
that actually sparks an idea. Why don't we do a challenge? You know how we done like landing with just the ILS, or landing in what was it, like the engine view or the wingtip view or the tail view and weird stuff like that? Should we do a?
Yeah. Well, how about, because I want to see the reversers, how about you do a side view landing from outside the airplane?
Well, looking completely away from the runway.
Not even in the airplane, looking at the airplane from the outside.
Like from the wingtip, so you can
No,
see the
like
reverses.
from as if you were flying in a drone ship.
Oh, so just a normal outside view.
You can feel free to veto this idea, Dan. If it's
I'm just very
trash.
confused because if I can't see the runway, I can't land.
No, like just side view, zoom out a bit so you can see the
Okay.
airplane, the runway.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, like I'll put it on the
Okay,
stream.
I have-
I'll put it on the stream now.
All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna do a very quick poll. This is gonna be the best worded poll ever.
Is this the angle that you
No.
Wait, hold on a moment. You can't see it. There we go. It should be on the screen now.
Ooh.
Something like that, where you can see the plane, the reverses,
Sure.
and
Yeah, sure.
the runway.
That's good.
Okay, cool.
015 heavy.
I'll try my best. Hopefully the visibility is lovely. Bangkok.
Contacting 𝗖𝗛𝗡𝗚𝗦 arrival on 121.1. Tiger 121.
Did you say
Okay.
you were doing something in the chat, Jason?
Yes. Here's a poll, and this is how it's worded. What type of reverse thrust thingies do you like the best? When the engine cowl opens backwards, you know, when it slides backwards. I'm gonna say that slides backwards.
Yeah.
When the door thingies open, like the 321,
Heading 030.
Yep.
Golf Golf Bravo Alpha
or when the
Oscar.
cans open behind the engine, you know, where they go
Clown,
like this.
Yeah,
Boom. That's the most professional aviation poll ever asked.
Bangkok
yeah.
Central.
Door thingies open. I love it.
Lisa likes the cans.
They're pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
I think the only airplanes we have those on are the 717 Citation flight. I think.
Yeah, that seems right. Oh, you guys are so predictable. I should have called it. I knew it was going to be the cowl slide thing. We should find out what that's actually called. It's probably a name. Maybe if Corey's still around or Matt, you can tell us what they're called.
It probably is really something as simple as engine slides, or something stupid that like is blatantly obvious, but we don't think it is.
So Matt says clamshell. That's the cans.
Yep.
What are the other ones called?
Matt, what are the other two?
Pants. Who let these guys run a stream anyway? I have a good idea. Let's let Jason on a stream about airplanes. What could go wrong?
Everything.
Oh, translating is the sliding one. So translating what? Translating cowl? Or translating, because it opens when it slides back, it's also closing something, right? To redirect the air forward, I think.
Yeah, it's like tiny little doors and the like flaps on the inside of the engine that redirect the
yeah, I read about this
forwards.
recently. Concorde had some pretty crazy stuff going on in their engines too.
Those were the clam ones as well, weren't they? Were they clam? Yeah, I'm sure
I
they
don't
were.
remember, but it had to redirect. It had a bunch of doors because it had to, for different phases, it had to redirect as to not like overheat.
Wasn't it something to do with also making it go, like actually being able to reach Mark II as well, where they sort of directed the air through the engines? Yeah.
Yeah, and then stay there. That was the different. The 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗦𝗛 was different. The Russian version, because they never really got. They had to leave it in afterburner, I think, to stay at Mach 2, but Concorde didn't have to do that. It would stay without leaving it in. What's the official term for afterburner? There's another word.
That's it, right?
Reheat.
Oh, okay.
Because you're reigniting the hot air. The exhaust, I guess. You're reheating the exhaust. Anyway.
Let's see what's going on here in the chat.
Okay, that's enough for that poll. 52% of you like the slide backwards thingy.
Slide backwards, the translating.
Yeah. Translating reversers. The door thingy's opening, like on the 321, 25%. It's almost the same in the cans, which is...
Oh, no. Not again.
What?
Oh,
Dan, honestly.
Okay, right, we survived that. Do you know, that's the second time I've done that, because I've been carried away with reading the chat.
For anyone who's asking who's winning the poll on the IFC, we're not, as the topic says, we're not releasing that info.
The G-force then. Oh,
Dan's
yeah.
passengers are now vomiting, and some of them have fell on the floor.
Well, the cabin bags are at the rear galley.
Yeah.
It's fine, we survived. Landing lights on. Hey, no. Utopia in the chat just said, I saw that coming. Well, thanks for telling me. I appreciate it. Even though I was reading the chat, no one said anything.
They're just sitting there like,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm just a walking meme, I know. So's Jason now, with his recent TikTok.
Yeah.
That was great.
Times.
Let's see. So we're going to continue as filed and land on the ILS-1 right. I'm not too sure if we're going to have to follow this very obscure arrival here.
That's a tight turn.
It's very odd, yeah. I'm not sure if we'll get told to.
It's like the person doing that arrival procedure, like, should we use the fixes all the way down final? Nah, highly can figure that out.
There we go, turn left 040, descend and maintain 3000. And so we're flying straight towards the localizer basically.
Do you have an approach in your flight plan?
No, because it's really weird how it works. So I have the star.
Yeah.
Maybe this is even an issue, right? I don't know. Maybe we can discuss internally. But some SIDS and stars, not SIDS, sorry, just stars and arrivals. Some stars go directly towards the airport, and they don't really let you continue on to like an approach.
Yeah, that's true actually, and there are some Canadian ones like that I've noticed.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how it's actually supposed to be in real life, and you just choose between the two. But I tend to use the stars so that I can request descent via the
Yeah,
arrival.
I don't know. Was it? It might be
ATC.
Vancouver, maybe. Someone, maybe Corey, if he's still here. Corey, you could, or Matt, comment on that.
Let's see.
Kushal, please don't spam the chat.
Chris, what's going on? Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Chris.
Pingu said, in your opinion, what was your pick for the heavy pole? Mine was the 380, and Jason's is supposedly going to be the 757. He hasn't voted yet.
Yeah, it will be. I have to stand on my principles. Pengu says yes, Vancouver does that. Oh, yes, it was Vancouver, and here's the funny thing, and there's probably a perfectly great explanation for it. When you add the star, it adds the arrival airport in at the end of the star. So if you add an approach,
It sends you off on a...
you've got the you have to break apart the star in order to add the approach.
Yes.
Matt says he thinks most of the large Canadian airports terminate at the airport or a VOR nearby the field. Yes, that sounds accurate. Whereas in other countries, the terminating point is further out near the IAF. Okay.
So could that be the reason why some airports are like this then?
Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
Seriously contemplating an instrument rating next summer for myself. So I would be better equipped to answer the question maybe next year. We'll see.
Oh, that actually brings me on to a talking point. Didn't you start your night rating?
Yes. I started my night rating, and then our airplane started telling us that, hey, you guys, it's time to do an engine overhaul. So we've just got a few issues that we could probably... Okay, so if you have 2 minutes, I'll explain it.
Yeah.
So I fly a Piper Cherokee, a PA-28 140, and oh, Laura's saying that the engine sounds could be lowered a bit. I guess that's for external use. So in the Cherokee, we have a Lycoming 0320 engine in it, and the time before overhaul, or TBO, is 2,000 hours, and we bought our airplane with it past TBO, which is fine. It's way past TBO, so every year at annual they're a little more thorough with the check.
Okay.
Oh, she's saying inside, so maybe sounds in general, Dan, could go down a bit.
Yeah, I just
And-
tweak them in settings. Yeah, let me quickly...
I'll let you deal with that, and I'll tell my story.
yeah, that's fine.
So, we recently have... so every year at annual, they inspect it a little more. We do engine oil analysis, make sure the engine's not making metal and things like that. Oil analysis has been perfect. We did one recently. But we've had some cylinder temp anomalies, cylinder head temp anomalies, and a vibration that we can't really track down. So rather than try swapping out parts and spending all kinds of time on labor, because we're so far past TBO, we're just going to go ahead and bite the bullet and do the engine overhaul. So, I don't feel like doing cross-country flights in the dark with an engine that is, we're not exactly sure why a few things are happening.
Right, yeah.
Because I don't want to lose my engine in the dark. Especially where we are, there's just not a lot of airports and not a lot of fields to land in. So
That'd be terrifying.
yeah, yep. So we're doing an engine overhaul, and that's happening in a few months. So we'll do our annual inspection, engine overhaul, all that kind of stuff. And so the night rating is on hold for now.
Okay. For a perfectly reasonable reason. Yeah, it makes very much sense.
So what I could do, Lisa's asking, are there any rentals in the area? Yes, I could rent. There's a PA-28 180 that I could rent from our flight school, but like, I'm almost paying double to rent that one as opposed to flying my own plane. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's worth doing it. I can still fly the plane before the engine comes out, so I might just to stay current, I'll just fly nearby the airport. So it's not really breaking my heart. Like, our weather is going to turn really bad pretty soon. We're going to have lots of snow and lots of high winds. High winds have already started, so as you know, Lisa. So, and especially up here where I live, it's going to get bad. So yeah, circuits maybe not, because that's going from high to low power settings a lot, a little bit harder on the engine. Anyway, I'll digress because, I digress, and we'll go back to Dan's thing because
That's okay, you're all good.
you're getting close.
We're about to land anyway, yeah. We're currently at 3,000 feet. Just got cleared to land. So what we'll do is that the visibility is looking nice. We'll hop into, once we get close to the runway, I'll hop into that view that you recommended, and we'll try and land with that one for a challenge.
Okie dokie.
Will they be
here.
a staff stream today? Technically, yeah, Jason and I, but there's not going to be a full dev stream today. Maybe towards the end of the year we'll do something like that.
How does Q&A work? I just say, ask me anything and start it?
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about about 20 minutes or so ago. Weird question feature in the YouTube chat. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna start it right now.
Looks new to me. Ricky's Aviation, what's up? Ooh, okay. Right, what's happened here? The chat's gone.
Yeah, but you can change it from questions to live chat.
Okay, I see.
Chris just said hi.
Adjust speed, sorry, back off the head. Slow down.
Sierra Uniform November Whiskey Quebec. Inbound on the
Okay, right, for this part I need to start concentrating.
Okay, I'll try to answer a couple of questions.
Okay, thank you.
Chris, that's an easy one. Hi. What's your favorite livery in the game? The new Air Canada one for me. Dan, favorite livery?
Favorite livery. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Yep. Why did you get rid of the rockets? Oh, you might be talking about that screenshot Laura posted with all of the Falcon Heavy rockets. Those were never actually in the sim. We never got to use those. If you could add or update any airplane in Infinite Flight, what would your preferred one be? Oh, add. See, people think I would add the Piper Cherokee because it's what I fly, but it wouldn't be fun. It would be awesome because I think flight schools and private pilots could get some use out of it. But I'd actually love the 747. I just love how it looks, and I think fun. Of the Challenger, E190, and Pole Winner, which are you personally looking forward to flying the most? I think the Pole Winner. Just because that's... yeah, maybe the Challenger. Fly some of Matt's real-world routes. And pretend to be a real corporate pilot. Just like he does. Favorite livery, we did that one. Will the E190 be available before 2023? Noah asked.
Runway 1 left.
TBD.
98015 heavy.
All Nippon
Hopefully.
850. Line up and wait runway 1 right.
Depends on
Line
a
up
few
and wait
factors,
runway 1 right.
but
All Nippon
that's all I'll say for now.
850. X-ray Yankee Golf Delta Sierra. Adjust
Okay,
speed
right,
to
we'll
follow
go to that. I
aircraft
quite like
ahead.
this Q&A feature.
Bangkok
The fact that you can
Suvarnabhumi
sort of
Tower.
filter out the
Vietnam
questions
Airlines
versus
668
the normal chat.
nautical miles to the
Yeah,
south
it's
of
awesome.
5,900 feet.
I'm free to give relationship advice too, if you like. Life advice, financial advice, whatever. Will the let's see. Is it possible to add an airport that is not in IF? You can't unless you're part of the airport editing team, and I think maybe, Matt, if you're still here, can you confirm? I think they shut down new applications for now, just because they need some more people reviewing them. But yes, Zoe, there is a forum topic about that. You just have to search for airport editing, join the airport editing team or something.
Okay, right, Jason, I'm doing this.
Okay.
This,
I'll leave the
challenge.
Q&A going, and I'll switch back to the live chat for now, so that we can all witness how
I have
amazing
no
this is.
idea how this is going to go.
And Matt says yes. Invites to the airport editing team are temporarily on hold, so stay tuned for more of that. And Matt, if you open it back up and you're in a really good position, we could blast that out on social media. That's probably not something that you want, but if you do, let me know and I can do that.
This is terrible. I'm too high.
Dude, you don't have to switch to that camera yet. Goodness.
No. That's the challenge.
Holy smokes. This is gonna be so bad.
Yeah, well, it'll be terrible.
How do you even know if you're on the center line?
I don't. It doesn't
This
look
is
like
awesome.
it though. Yeah, if I
Lisa,
do this,
Lisa, you could try this in the 152. You just stick your head out the window. You'll be about that far out. That far down the wing of the 152.
oh wow, this is looking good.
Oh shoot. Those people waiting in line are like, what is happening with Dan? Dude.
It was alright.
Dude. That was really good.
That wasn't too bad.
I'm shocked and amazed. Oh, there's the door thingies.
There's the door thingies. There we go. Let's bacon it to the left then. Yeah, you know what?
Well
I'll
done.
take that.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. When able, turn left and contact ground.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. I would have been still floating if that were me, and not even above the runway.
It would have been on the grass.
Golf, Golf, Bravo, Alpha, Oscar. Number 1.
Okay, right, over to ground. Whoa, I'm going too fast here. Let's slow down. Okay.
So,
First taxi.
Taxi into parking.
Lisa just answered somebody's question about chair flying. Yeah, cool story. I flew over to Lisa's airport. It's about a hour and 15-minute cross-country flight for me, and we sat and had a coffee and met each other for the first time other than social media, and I gave her an infinite flight demo with ForeFlight, and then we went flying around Toronto. It was awesome.
Pretty cool.
And now she's getting ready to do her check ride in a Cessna.
Turkish 112 heavy. Ready to taxi with
Awesome.
information
Just
chart.
saying at the start of the stream, I had a question about how my flying's going. I wish I could honestly continue it, but at £305 an hour, I don't want to.
That's
just a choice
honestly
I've made.
so crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah, no thanks. But the thing is, like, of course, there are other flight schools that will do it cheaper than that. The 152 isn't very practical for me. I can, of course, fit in it, but it isn't. It's just way too snug for my liking. And I could go to a different flight school, which is cheaper, but then I have to take into account the fuel that it's going to take to get there, however many times I'd like to fly, which would probably equate to the same amount as paying the £305 an hour at my local airfield.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it's just looking steep. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, you know when it's more when somebody from Switzerland is like, "Wow, that's so much," you know it's a lot. Yeah, that really sucks.
Yeah, it's a bit too much for me.
So is it just on hold, do you think, for now, or
Yes.
is it like, nah, I don't want to be a pilot anymore?
Oh no, definitely. I would love to. I mean, of course, my ultimate dream is to fly commercially. I think the reality of that's very slim, down to the fact that I don't have £100,000 to pay for commercial training. Although the private pilot's license is, of course, far more realistic. It's a more realistic goal than going for the commercial one. So yeah, later down the line, or if I win the lottery at some point soon, I'd definitely love to continue the PPL. I've started it. I don't really like starting things that I'm not going to finish. So it's my best interest to finish that PPL.
Yep. Well, I hope you do. It's the best. Having said that, if you do finish it, I would try to have a plan to keep using it somehow.
Right.
Because if you get it and then you don't, like my wife was at the airport. I think the day that I did my first solo, and one of the older guys that's there has his own airplane. He said, "What are Jay's plans? Is he gonna buy a plane?" And she said, "Oh, he'd love to. We don't know exactly how that's gonna work yet." And he said, "Good, because if you get your pilot's license, and if you don't have an airplane to fly, you're not gonna keep flying. It's just too expensive."
Is it expensive maintaining your own airplane though? Do you find would it be cheaper to rent a plane rather than buy a plane?
So what so I'm sharing the plane with somebody, which really helps a lot. But what we do is every hour that we fly it, we put a certain amount of money into a fund for maintenance and a fund for engine overhaul.
Okay.
So that is always accumulating.
At your discretion.
So there's that. And then what they say, the magic number is somewhere around $100, or 100 hours. So if you're going to fly it 100 hours in a year, it's worth it. That's the tipping point. It starts to be worth it to own the plane.
Right.
If you're not going to fly it 100 hours a year, then it's probably cheaper just to rent.
Right.
Of course, then you don't have any equity in it. But there's, like, for the most part, airplanes do hold their value just because the maintenance is so rigorous. It's not always the case, but you want to fly an airplane that always works.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I want my engine to work 100% of the time.
Do you find that, like, I mean, I guess for you it might have worked out because something to do with hourly rate out there. I guess it's cheaper out there. Like overall, like the UK at the moment is just very, very expensive for flying. Do you think it's easier to own a plane because I don't know if it's cheaper out there, but is it cheaper out there, sort of thing?
Like, so fuel's probably your biggest thing. Like, you're literally just setting money on fire. Lisa says she rents her 152 for $160 Canadian an hour.
Is that wet?
That's what I was just gonna ask, Lisa. That has to be dry, right? Must be. If that's a wet rate,
then that's a bargain.
Really
that's
good.
Great, yeah.
Taxi to parking.
I mean, it's a 152.
Taxiing to parking.
So that's wet. Oh,
Wet?
That's really good. So that would be, hold on, 160. So you look at, that's about 103 British pounds wet an hour.
Wow.
100 pounds an hour. Yeah.
That's such a big difference.
But that's without an instructor.
Ah, right, yeah, of course. Out of curiosity, what is it with an instructor?
I think our flight school rents instructors out at 70 or 90 an hour. 70? 70. Maybe 90.
Still pretty good.
80 at Lisa's school. So yeah, somewhere around that. Yeah, come to Canada and finish it, dude.
That'd be cool with the scenery, snow.
You can rent a room with us and on the cheap. Hang out with our kids.
Live streaming from Jason's office.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, with that being said, we have arrived at Bangkok. We've now parked up, and of course, we did promise at the start of the stream that we'd do a giveaway. Jason, it's been a while.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to pick the keyword for this giveaway?
Oh, I would.
Just let me know in Discord and I can go and paste it into the Nightbot here.
Okay.
𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗘𝗟, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
At my local flying club, we got a 172N for 139-hour work without an instructor. G1007 goes for as high as it. The UK, there are so many better places in this world for training. I guess that's why a lot of the guys from the UK, when they're doing their commercial license, they fly out to the States to do their training. I think.
Juliet Alpha 029
Yep.
Juliet.
Make very
Arizona.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Right. Give way to aircraft exiting runway 1 right. Juliet Alpha
Right, let me
029
see
Juliet.
Discord here. Okay.
The keyword is...
Hold on 2 seconds. Wait.
Wait, you know what? I need to change it. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm going
yeah, okay.
to pull a bait and switch here.
Bangkok Savannah Puny ground. Aero Mexico 765. Ready
Yes,
There.
okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Right, let me go ahead and paste that in.
So this is a phrase, but with no spaces.
Air India 1536. Request taxi to
Okay, when you're ready, Jason.
Aero Mexico 765.
All right, so
Taxi to
type
runway
into the
1
chat for a
right.
chance to win a
Contact
1-month
ready.
subscription to Infinite
Air
Flight
India
Pro.
1536.
This phrase with
Taxi
no
to
spaces.
at your
Good luck,
discretion.
Lisa.
Taxiing to parking. Air India 1536.
Taxi
Good luck,
into
Lisa.
runway 1 left. Aero Mexico 765.
Imagine Lisa wins the sub.
Bangkok Savannah Puny ground.
Haha.
Cafe 613 heavy. Ready to taxi
I don't think she needs one.
Charlie.
I think I gave her one.
Cafe 613 heavy. Taxi to
There we
runway
go, the
1
chat
right.
is rolling in the chat
Contact
now.
tower when ready.
10 entries already.
Position. Corina 2122. Taxiing to runway 1 right.
With that being said, very quickly before we roll this
Coriner
this giveaway here, just a massive thank you to IFATC. Done a great job today. It's been a very seamless process, and I appreciate your efforts during these events. And to those on the ground right now, JS Ribs 28, thank you very much for your service here at Bangkok.
Yes, clappy to ATC. Always appreciate.
Oh dear. Let's see then, 26 entries. Just again, we'll reiterate on that. If you would like a chance at winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro, all you have to do is type "Good Luck Lisa," all one word, into the chat to be entered into this giveaway. Super easy.
Bravo, Bravo, Sierra. Ready for pushback with information, Charlie.
Lion 617. Taxi to parking. At
How
your
long should we leave it
discretion.
rolling for, Jason?
VistaJet
A
322.
minute or so?
Pardon?
Taxi to
How long should we
parking.
leave it
At your
rolling for? 1 more
discretion.
minute?
Taxiing to parking.
Oh,
Lion 617.
you're the captain.
Papa
Your
Romeo
choice.
Bravo,
Okay,
Bravo,
what we'll do, we'll head
Sierra.
out to the runway and see if we can watch a
Taxiing
landing.
to
I'm not too
parking.
sure
VistaJet
if there's any
322.
aircraft. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Right, so on one left, we'll watch a quick landing. Once that aircraft's landed, we'll go ahead and roll the giveaway.
Just FYI, everyone, one reply of the keyword gets you entered into the contest, and more doesn't help you. One of these times we should turn on the no spam feature of that.
Yeah, we can do that. Anti-spam, it's a button
Just for the...
I've got here, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can enter the keyword once, but if you enter it more than once, it removes you from
removes you.
from the contest.
That's so mean, though.
Oh yeah, I know. Especially for like non-English speakers, they'd be like, "What?"
Yeah. Oh wait, I spelt it wrong, and then they spell it twice or something, and then it kicks them
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Malaysian 737-800, 2 miles out. There we go. Just about to see it now. Let's watch this landing.
While we are waiting for whatever it is you're doing here, try to answer a couple more questions. Dan, if you want a free ticket to anywhere, where would you go?
Ooh, I think I would go to Bora Bora or the Maldives.
Oh, same exact answer for me.
Such a cool place. Have you ever been? Oh, that was a good effort on the landing.
Ooh. Oh. That poor runway. No, I've never been. No, I don't expect I will ever be, but I would love to.
I feel like Bora Bora would be a lot more scenic. The Maldives is relatively sort of like flat. Have you heard the saying that the news that Maldives is going to be completely under the ocean at some point in the future?
Oh, that's suboptimal.
I don't know when. I don't know what the predictions are. It's pretty similar to Venice as well. Venice is obviously like the floating city. It's sinking at like, I think it's like 0. Something millimeters. Yeah. Here, let me get the YouTube members up here.
Give way to aircraft on your right.
Give way to aircraft. Papa Romeo Bravo Bravo Sierra.
Taiwan
Shout out to our YouTube members
Pushback approved.
very quickly
Do it.
before we
Pushback approved. Taiwan 098 heavy. Bangkok
roll the giveaway here.
ground. Malaysian
Sure.
577.
Filter out the captains and superfans. Shout out to Rab, Jason Lee, Aviator Ali, Not Cabinet, Grayson, Jinko, Chris, Adam, Nick Masterson, Tyler Flake, Captain Sky Marshall, Dark Serpent Gaming, Gonzo, Fonzo47, Aviator Griff, Eli, Butter Zero, Josh K, Golf Hotel Alpha Zulu Bravo, Simon Weber, and Crazy B. Okay, right, with that being said, let's do this. Let's roll it. 33 entries. 3, 2, 1. The winner is Nate. Been a member since, not a member, sorry, subscribed since February 2022. Congratulations. The next steps are, of course, if you have a community forum account, if you could leave that in the chat for us, that we can get in touch with you after the stream, that would be brilliant. Alternatively, if you don't have a forum account, then you can just leave your Discord name with the hashtag and the numbers, and we can get in touch on there as well. And alternatively, if you don't have either of those, then you could, of course, send us a message on Instagram and just let us know your Instagram name in the chat, so that, of course, we can find you in amongst the pile of messages on Instagram.
Bangkok Suvarnabh Uniground. All Nippon 673. Ready to
Okay, right, I've got the forum name here.
All Nippon 673. Taxi to runway 1 left. Contact power when ready.
Nathan.
to runway
Awesome stuff. Well, Jason, that brings us to the end of the stream. If you would like to say your outro, then I'll go ahead and crack on with mine after that.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, first of all, thanks, Dan, for having me join along and suck some of the air out of the room here and chat about airplanes and nonsense and
Thingies.
Engine parts that I don't understand. Reverse thrust. And thank you to our awesome community who are always turning up to do stuff like this with us, and for who stay along for the ride. Thank you. I have to say thank you again to my friend Lisa, who is about to take her Czech ride. All the best, Lisa. You know we're all rooting for you, and I can't wait for you to take me flying, even if it is in a Cessna. And so anyway, thank you, everybody. Over to you, Dan.
Thank you, Jason. I'll start by saying good luck, Lisa. Wishing you the best. Hopefully you smash it. And of course, thank you all very much for watching this stream. It's been, of course, our pleasure to entertain you again today. Of course, if you're new around here, subscribe, stick around. We do plenty of these streams every single week. So if you're interested in joining in on the fun frequently, then this is the right place to be. Anyway, saying that Jason originally made, keep the dirty side down. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you in the next stream. Goodbye.
Wave aggressively.
Wave aggressively. As Regan done.